How's it going, everybody, and welcome to the Ace Show. This is a very special edition here. I'm going to be reviewing Axis Football 2017. It's a game that's very near and dear to me. I did some uniform work back in Axis Football 2015 and had a great deal of fun with that. Now, the uniforms these days are way beyond what I made, so whoever they have working on them now is much better than I was. But I missed Axis Football 2016, got away from the game, but thanks to Dollar Jr., and I will link his channel in the description below, he gave me a copy of the game and has allowed me to be able to get this experience playing it, and now I'm able to review it because of it. So definitely a special thanks to him. He's very close with the developer of the game, and he puts up all kinds of Axis content on his channel, so you might want to check that out if you are interested in the game after this review here. So I just kind of want to get into, I'm going to break it down, positives, negatives, and then little X factor at the end, but we'll start with the positives. This game, I haven't played since the 2015 version, so some of these features that I say are great and new, they might have been implemented last year, I'm not sure, but either way, it's cool that they're in the game now and that they weren't a couple years ago. It's cool that they've taken those steps. For starters here, the graphics look fantastic. The game looks leaps and bounds beyond what it looked like in the first game, and I'll show you some footage here of 2015 versus 2017. It is just night and day. One game looks like, I don't know, so amateur, and the other game looks like it's really taking steps towards being a professional game. And they've always done a great job with what they've had, but anyway, they're really taking off with it. So the graphics, for starters, are really neat. The physics are kind of cool. It's something new they added. Tackle animations, they all look different now. When you get tackled, it's not an actual animation. In the first game, people just fell over. It was just an animation of someone falling over. In this game, you actually have objects colliding and flying across the field. It adds a little bit of aesthetics to the game. It just looks really neat. The gameplay itself, which is perhaps the most important thing, is far better than it used to be, and it's definitely to the point where it's playable now. In the first game, it was playable, I guess. I think I was a little positive on it, so I played it more than I would have it were I not looking to be positive towards the game, like if I were just a casual gamer picking it up. But this game, I think, has the potential to be entertaining to just about anybody who picks it up. The gameplay has made just as much of an improvement as the graphics have over these last 2 years. They have jukes and spin moves now. That's really what adds to it. Now that you're a running back and you have a little bit of control, or you're a quarterback, whoever's running the ball, you have a little more control. That makes it tremendously better. There's a targeting system for where the ball's going to land now when you're throwing. The whole thing is just far better than it was before, and it's getting quite good and really fun to play. Another thing is customization. The customization is fantastic on this game if you know how to do it right. And thankfully there are people who do know how to do it right, who have made the NFL teams and just about every college football team out there that you can think of. And that's the pack that I have downloaded on my game. It's just all the college football teams. I absolutely love it. They look so cool. And those guys who did it, I believe it was Sackmaster and Dollar Jr., the guy who gave me the game here, they did a phenomenal job with these outfits, and I'll just show you some of them now. They're really cool. That really adds some immersion to the game, so I enjoy that. They did a great job implementing commentary into this game. It flows very smoothly. It could be better, and it will be better in the future, I'm sure, but as far as this is their first time with a great big commentary team, it's unbelievable what they did. It's really neat. They even have a sideline reporter. I'm not sure what her name is, and maybe I can get some footage of that. If I can, I'll show it to you. But the sideline reporter, it's a female, and it just sounds so much like the real NFL when they cut to a female sideline reporter. It's really neat, really immersive, makes it feel pretty realistic.
Makes the return up to the 32. Let's check in with our sideline correspondent, Emma Adams. Emma, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Dave. I had a chance to discuss the first half with the coach for the home team. Missed opportunities in the passing game was the tone of the conversation. He felt like they had good chances, but were just unable to capitalize on the matchups. If they want to win this game, they'll need to take advantage of those moments. Back to you.
29.
Emma, thank you.
Set,
Rudolph looking.
Just another little random plus they've added is cheerleaders, and that's something Madden hasn't had in a while. So they're kind of funny. They do a funny little dance on the sidelines. But so that's just another plus. And then the stats. The stats have gotten pretty great. You can check out what your whole franchise has done, and just really detailed stats, stuff that wasn't in the first game. So another real plus. It's not exactly innovative. It's been in football games, but to see it reach Axis Football is pretty cool. Another, like, the final positive I have for it is something I haven't really been able to discover. So it's weird that I'm classifying it as a positive, but it's the player progression and drafts. So supposedly, as your player ages, he'll get worse or better or something like that during your franchise. And then at the end of a franchise season, you can draft a new draft class, and you can customize these draft classes. It has potential to be really cool. Unfortunately, I know nothing about it because I haven't completed a season, and I think that's when you can do it. I might be wrong, but either way, when I do come across that and am able to break it down a little bit, I'll make another video about that alone because I think that brings enough content to the table for its own video. That's enough for the positives. I think that's about all I can say about the game. I have very high hopes for it, and I think they've done some great things. But we'll go ahead and get into the negatives since this is an honest review, after all, of me just picking up the game and playing it. It is a little buggy. Some things go wrong. I can't simulate a franchise game right now. I don't know why that is. It gives me the option, but I can't do it. Sometimes at the end of a game, the game kind of just freezes and just plays music, and I have to shut it down and restart it. So, little things here and there. I'm not too concerned about the bugs, to tell you the truth. This team is very active, and they hop on the bugs pretty quickly. So that's not a real big deal for me. The gameplay can be refined, of course. I mean, that's pretty clear. You can look at it and tell it has a ways to go, but it's gone so far. That's the important part. Don't forget that. But yeah, of course it has a ways to go. And I'm confident, just like the bugs, that'll get worked on. The gameplay will get refined and get better over time. It's not at the level of consoles yet. And it's not at the level of Madden or any of the other games right now. So if you're expecting it to compete with those, it's not going to be a direct competition with that. And the shame is it's compared to Madden far too often just because it's a football game, I think. But it's not ready for that yet. I think we need to take it for what it is and not try to say this game's trying to kill Madden and failing at it, because it's just getting started. I think one day it has potential to compete with Madden in some fashion. But that'll be quite a ways away. And then the uniform customization, even though it is in-depth and there are those who know how to use it, the uniform customization in-game just does not work very well from what I've been able to figure out. And I may be doing it wrong, I'm not sure, but I just can't figure it out, and it's not working very well for me. So it's kind of a short list of cons here. Of course, you can get nitpicky and break down how all the little flaws in the game, but I'm pretty positive towards the game. I'm taking it for what it is, just like I said. So there's your pros and cons to it. Just a little bit of funny extra here. The physics of the game can make the people look like they're noodles in some way. Sometimes they'll shake around like rubber people. And the other funny thing is when the ball's in the air towards a receiver or a defender, sometimes they all like wave their arms towards the ball and it looks like they're dancing. And I don't know, I enjoy that. It's kind of funny. I guess I could put that as a con to the game, but I enjoyed it. It made me laugh. It's a good game, a great development team, a great community behind it. So if you want to be a part of it, I strongly suggest buying this game. And even if you just want a fun pick up and play football game, I think far too often this game is compared to Madden. And I'm not a big, just to give you my perspective, I'm not a big sim football guy. I know Dollar Jr. is and Ryan Moody is. A lot of the guys that keep up with this game, they're wanting sim football. Me personally, the way I look at a game is, am I having fun with it or not? I don't hate Madden. I like Madden a great deal. I think it's pretty fun. So this is just to show you I have a slightly different perspective from those guys, but I still enjoy this game for what it is. I'm not looking for a sim game. I'm just looking for a fun game, and I think this one fulfills that. I think this is a fun game. So I hope you guys found some information about this game from this video. I hope it was helpful. And if you'd like to pick it up, go to the Steam store. I'll leave a link in the description. I appreciate you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. You guys have a good one. Peace.